Hi guys, and welcome to video number 2. I hope you're all good. I just quickly filmed like my go-to going out makeup. Not that I'll be going anywhere anytime soon and nobody else will either, but a few people asked to see this kind of look, something a bit fuller, so and thank you to anyone who shared and sent me such nice messages about my last video. I really appreciate it. Please excuse the isolation hair. I have actually washed it, but I just keep sticking it up because it's just annoying me. So if you'd like to see me create this look, then please just keep watching. So I'm just gonna brush up my brows so that they're not in the way. I'm gonna use my P. Louise base and I'm gonna kind of properly carve out my eyebrows, because this is what I would do if I was going out. So Peaches and Cream's flat number 50 brush. So with the base, I just put a wee bit on the back of my hand and pat it till it's all smooth. Just pat this on. Just small amounts at a time. I've got really discoloured eyelids. You can see my veins, they're quite prominent, they show quite a lot, so this is really good for just cancelling out that colour. I just like to use a fluffy kind of dense brush to blend it into the skin. So this is Zoeva's concealer buffer brush. So I'm going to be using a couple of palettes today. This one's the same as the last video. It's the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and I'm also going to be using the Violet Voss Pro Holy Grail palette, which looks like this. I got this actually for my 21st birthday, so it's lasted me so long. It's a bit of a pricier palette, but it's really good. Definitely recommend. So, and I'll go in with Riff, this one here. And I'm just going to take that and build it up in the crease. So in the last look, I was not using much product, to be honest, because it was just an everyday kind of look. I was just using this but very lightly and blending it out quite a lot, but because this is like a going out look, I want it to look a bit more intense, so I'm just going to build that colour up. Don't worry about above at the moment because you're going to blend that out anyway. So I'm just going to keep blending that. It's a Zoeva crease brush, and it's one of my favourite fluffy blending brushes. So I'm going to use the colour Bestie from the Holy Grail palette. For this part I'm just going to use kind of small circular motions. And I'm going to go back in with Riff and just keep it lower down in the crease. Build it up a wee bit more. And then back in with Bestie. And again you can see I'm bringing this quite far in underneath my brow. So I'm going to go in with a darker colour now. I'm just going to take this Spectrum B04 brush and I'm going to take the colour Brownie Points from the Holy Grail palette. And I'm going to use slightly more patting motions for this colour, and I'm just going to keep it close to the brow line but bring it slightly up towards my crease. This is a really nice colour. It's not too warm and it's not too ashy, it's just like the perfect brown. I'm gonna do this. So keeping this to the outer corner and just patting it on little bits at a time. And then I'm gonna go back in with the same brush I used with Riff and use small circular motions just to kind of bring that colour back out, just to keep blending out. So you can see already, even just with those 3 colours, it's quite intense already, which is the colour payoff in those palettes are really good. You don't need much product. I'm going to use the P. Louise base to kind of cut a bit of a half cut crease, and I'm going to use this little Peaches brush, PC54, number 54. So it's small and flat and rounded, so this is a really good brush if you want to kind of cut your crease. So a wee tip I do for this, so you know where to kind of cut. So I pat a bit on here, just down at my lash line, and then I'm gonna look up and close, and you can see it's left a little mark. So that's when I look straight ahead, that's where my crease kind of sits. So that gives me a bit of a guideline of where to cut with the base. Again, I'm just using little bits of product and patting this on as well, and make sure your brush is nice and flat. So I'm going to leave that there, and I don't bring mine over too much. And I'm going to go back in with that dense, fluffy brush. And I'm just going to pat this so it kind of blends into the eyeshadow a bit. And I don't worry too much about how neat it stays on top. Some people like a really clean cut for this kind of look, but I kind of like to scatter my shimmers and like glitters or anything and pigments, so it doesn't really matter to me how clean that cut is, but you can just see it creates a bit of a highlight, and that's good for sticking any shimmer or pigment onto. So I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild brush. I don't have any numbers or anything, but it's just quite similar to the last one, but oh, this is quite dirty, that's not good. And I'm going to go in with the shade Stranded from the Born to Run palette. So now I'm going to go back in with this little brush and Brownie Points, and I'm just going to use that to kind of blend the darkness into the shimmer, so there's no harsh lines. You could just leave it like that, but to go out I like to use a pigment. So the pigments I love are the Peaches and Cream pigments. They are honestly brilliant, and they're quite inexpensive as well. They do really good bundles and discounts and stuff like that, so no focus, but it's like a really nice. Excuse the isolation nails, by the way, because that makes me feel sick. It's just normal nail polish. So yeah, I'm going to use Wish. And for this, I'm going to fluffy brush. This is a Luxe Define Crease brush from Zoeva, 224. So I just take the tiniest amount. I don't wet my brush or anything for this because I want it to just look quite scattered, not structured. You could use your brush, yeah, you could use this wet, like you could spray a bit of setting spray or something on it if you want like that really clean cut look, but I just like to kind of pat this over. So I'm just going to take small amounts and I'm going to pat it over the top of where I put the shimmer. For eyeliner, I actually love brown eyeliner now. This is the Benefit roller liner, and it's in brown. This is a great liquid liner if you're looking for one. I think it's only about £20, so it's not too bad. It's a wee bit more than what you pay in like Boots or Superdrug or that, but it's definitely worth it to get a good like pen liner. So yeah, I go in with this. I don't tend to use black on top of my eyes anymore. Sometimes I will, but if I was going out I would usually use brown. So to do my eyeliner, this is going to be quite hard on camera I think. I start just adding a line. I'm going to come a bit closer. So that's not the best eyeliner I've done, it's not the worst. It's quite hard to do it on camera because I would usually come quite close to the mirror, but then I'll be out of focus. So I don't like a massive flick, I don't like it too thick, I don't like it too thin, so that's kind of just in between. And I like to smoke it out a wee bit, so I take the Peaches and Cream 12 flat brush like this, and I'm just going to take the colour Brownie Points from the Violet Voss palette, and I'm just going to pat over that. And I'm just going to kind of tidy that up a wee bit. A good point to make is I like to, a lot of people when they come to get their makeup done, they're surprised when I start with eyes, but it's definitely worth it because if your eyeshadows have fallout and stuff and you've done your base, you're going to have to go in and clean that up again, so it's easy to just clean up any fallout underneath and then go and then do your base. It makes it so much easier and just quicker as well. I like to add a wee bit of black underneath, so I use the Illamasqua gel pot liner, and I don't always, but usually I add some drops of the Inglow Duraline. So this is just like a wee dropper, and you drop that into like your gel liners, your gel brow products, your like you can drop it into pigments to make them into almost like a liquid liner and stuff. It's a really handy product just to have small, but I use the MAC, is that 210? It's just a little liner brush. And then I'm going to use the brush I used to smudge out the liner on top, this one. I'm going to use that, but I'm going to take the black from the Born to Run palette, this one here. This is Jet, it's called. And I'm just going to pat little amounts to set that. So I just connect it as well to make that look like it kind of drags out from underneath. And I'm going to go in with brownie points and just blend that out. So a little bit. So I do like quite a smoky under eye. Not a lot of people do, but see once you've got your full, that looks quite dramatic right now, like really really dark, but see once you've got your full face on and stuff, it all kind of ties in. So I might look a bit crazy just now, but I'm just going to add a wee bit of mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I am going to put lashes on, so I'm just going to put a little coat of this on. So I've just done the other eye and glued up my lashes, so I'm just going to wait for them to get a bit tacky and then I'll stick them on. So yeah, I do look a wee bit crazy just with this eye makeup on and nothing on my skin. I already moisturised, I don't know where I've put it, but it was that, it's the one I used in my last video, the one I can't pronounce, so it's really good though. My skin's feeling really really dry. I think it's because being in the house and we've had the heating on quite a lot and it's just a bit dehydrated, so I put a lot of that on this morning. So I just use that as a primer as well because it dries like quite tacky. You can do today I'll wear Milani or L'Oreal True Match, but when I'm going out I mix either one of them in with a bit of my NARS foundation. So this is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I use this in my kit and I use it for myself if I'm going out. So this is Santa Fe, the shade that I use. This is a really really nice full coverage foundation. It's a bit more pricey, which is why I use it in my kit and why I save it for like if I'm going out or something. I would never wear this day to day. It's really lightweight on the skin though, so definitely worth it if you're looking for a full coverage foundation. Blend that in. I'm just going to go in with the same brush as I usually use, the Zoeva Silk Finish 102 brush, so it's like a dense. I've only used that once, look at the colour of it. Yeah, so I'm just going to blend that all in. And I just bring that down my neck as well. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm always wearing fake tan if I'm going out, so yeah, I just bring that down my neck to kind of blend. And not into my hairline, but I try and, because obviously you can see, oh my god, my hair, my scalp, so I try and bring it into there as well just to blend. And onto the ears slightly. Gonna go with my usual concealer, the Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser Concealer. I use this day to day and going out as well. It's really, oh, I've got a hair. It's really, really, honestly, an all-rounder and a concealer. I can't believe it's only $8.99 as well. It's, oh, great. Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth it. So I'm just gonna pat a few wee dots underneath my eyes, and then if I have any blemishes like I always do on my chin. My skin was great for ages, and then as soon as I decide to do videos, it flares up. It's typical. I think that's just hormones though, to be honest. And then I like to bring some into the centre of my face as well. And I'm just using that brush that I used in my other video, the Spectrum 808 brush. Just gonna move that back a bit. And I'm just gonna lightly buff that in. God, I've not worn this much makeup in so long. I've done full makeup, but this is definitely the fullest I've done, I think. Oh, I forgot about my lashes. Don't forget about your lashes. I'm going to stick them on just now actually. So I glued them before I started my base. So they're the M108 Eldora lashes. I've worn them before this set already. I just like to reuse them because they're not cheap and you can reuse them anyway. So yeah, I just like to glue them up till they get tacky, and then I'm just going to balance that on here. As close to the lash line as possible. Keep your eye open, look down at a mirror. Honestly, leaving them to get tacky is the best tip I can give you for putting eyelashes on, because if I hadn't left that to get tacky it would be sliding about all over the place. And then I'm just going to take, obviously being very careful, close to your eyes, squeeze them into my natural lashes, and putting mascara on just helps your natural lashes to blend into the false ones. I could probably do like a step-by-step kind of eyelash applying video if that's something people are interested in. I know a lot of people struggle to put lashes on. I'm gonna do some cream contouring again today with the same foundation stick as my other video because I really liked that. So on all the usual spots. Yeah, I'm going to use that Primark brush again, and I'm just going to take a little bit of it and put it on my nose. So I just like to connect up to like my eyebrow. Give myself a slight jawline, whatever I can get hold of. I've got a really small forehead as well, which is funny, so I tend not to put too much on my forehead because I don't want it to look any smaller than it is. Once that's all blended, I'm going to go in and bake slightly with my Laura Mercier powder. So I take, that is disgusting indeed. I don't know, there was a trick on how to wash beauty blenders and I tried it and it didn't work. Put it in the microwave and it just didn't work. Obviously in like hot soapy water and stuff, but no, it didn't work. I'm scared to put them in the washing machine as well because I see people do that, but I'm scared it ruins them. So yeah, I'm just taking this Real Techniques damp beauty blender. It works so much better when it's damp. I'm taking a bit of powder and I'm just gonna pat this on to the bits I want to bake. So, I actually look like I've lost my mind. You just leave this for a couple of minutes to bake and then you just wipe it away. So I'm just gonna let that set and then I will come back and finish up. So that's me fully baked. I've left that on for a few minutes. I'm just gonna start to wipe it off with a fluffy brush that doesn't have anything on it. You can see that's starting to give the illusion that I have a structured face, which I don't. It's great. I love what you can do with makeup. So I'm gonna go in with my dark tan, not my dark tan, my medium deep mineralized skin finish from MAC, and I'm just gonna bronze up with this. I'm going to use this Revolution blush palette today. I was going to use my Peach Twist because I love it, but I use it all the time. So I'm going to go Sugar and Spice palette, this is called. It's got some nice colours in it. They're very pink, but I'm just going to try. I'm probably going to use a mixture of these two in the middle here. So I'm just going to take this brush that I used the other day and probably put those on my cheekbones. Today I'm going to use one of my faves. It's the Doll Beauty Shine Bright like a diamond palette. Looks like this. You've got a champagne kind of colour and a goldy kind of colour for highlight. So I use a mixture of both of them. My hair, oh my god. So yeah. And then I'm going to take a little pencil brush from MAC and I'm going to put that in my inner corner and under my eyebrow. I say that all the time. My brow bone. Also, somebody asked what I would be doing if I wasn't in the beauty industry. So when I was leaving school, I was still only 17, I wasn't turning 18 till November, so I was still a baby. And I thought, 2 minutes, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade in dark brown for my brows today. And I'm gonna put a wee bit of that Duraline in to mix it up. So yeah, I was still 17, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wasn't expecting to get any hires at all, so I hadn't really looked at uni. I kind of wanted to do like beauty or fashion or something like that. So I got hires. Yeah, I got hires. What am I trying to say? I got hires that I wasn't expecting to get, basically, and I left school. I don't think I'd applied for uni because I genuinely thought that I wasn't going to get any. I didn't think it was really an option for me, so I ended up taking a year out after school and I applied for uni then to go the following year. I applied for international fashion branding at Glasgow Caledonian, which I got into. I started uni the year after that, so in 2015. I just worked for a year after school, and at the Red Squirrel Cafe, which I loved so much. That was my job from when I was like 14 to when I was like 18, so yeah, it was a really nice place to work. So I left there, I moved to Glasgow, I went to uni, I did my first year and I ended up dropping out. It just wasn't for me at all. I couldn't see myself doing anything with it. I made some amazing friends on my course who I'm still in contact with now, some of them. So it was definitely worth it. Like, I don't regret going to uni and doing it. I absolutely loved living in Glasgow, but I'm not gonna lie, I am a bit of a home bird and I was home quite a lot. So yeah, I did that, and then I decided to drop out and I was going to stay in Glasgow and do beauty in Glasgow. I applied to the City of Glasgow College and I got accepted into there to do beauty. And then at the very last minute I was like, actually I'm going to go home and do it, because living in Glasgow just cost me an absolute fortune. Well, it cost anyone an absolute fortune. It was just so expensive. So I was like, I may as well go home and do it. So I did that. I came home and I did beauty. So if I wasn't doing beauty now, like, I probably would have just carried on my course. I would have just graduated, I think it would have been just like summer last year. So yeah, I probably would have been doing that. Or what I always wanted to do was nursing or midwifery. I don't know why, growing up, I've got a little brother and sister, and like there's quite a big age gap. So when my mum was pregnant, I was kind of at the age where, how old would I have been? Maybe about 16, 17. And my mum was obsessed with One Born Every Minute, and we used to sit and watch it, and I was just fascinated by it, and I learned so much from watching it. And I was just, it's one of those subjects that I know a lot about, and I don't really know why, but I do, and I just took like a genuine interest to it. But I never actually did anything about it. And so if everything was to fail in the beauty industry, which I can't see happening, like, I love my job, but that's probably what I would go and do. If like somebody said, right, you have to change your career now, what would you go and do? I would probably do that. So yes, that's a little timeline of how I ended up here. Sometimes I regret, well, I don't regret anything, but sometimes I wonder, like, maybe should I have stayed on at uni? Because I remember the day I found out I got into uni, I was literally like, oh, don't put that on Manor Corner. My mum and dad, like, I got the email through, and literally, I remember that moment. That's like one of those moments in my life that really sticks in my head. We were all just so excited, and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, I can't believe I worked so hard for like, and got the hires, and then I went to uni and dropped out, but then at least I've still got them for future. So, and I did need them actually I needed some of them to get into college, to do, like, to go into the level of college that I wanted to go into, so like, they didn't go to waste, and I've still got them, and I definitely don't regret anything, so I'm glad to be in the job that I am. It did take me a while to figure out what I was doing, but yeah, I'm glad to be in it. And I'm going to go back in with that Milani brow styling gel that I used the other day, just to add a wee bit of texture back into my brows. For my lips on a night out, it depends what I'm wearing really, but I do love a red lip but am I going to put one on today? I don't think so. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use MAC's Strip Down Lip Liner. It's a wee bit more brown than what I'm going to put on my lips, but it's kind of like a skin tone, so I'm just going to pop that on. I love this so much. My friend actually from uni, she got me it for my birthday last year. Yeah, just in November past, which was really nice of her. It's the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Gloss in 716, and it's honestly the nicest lip gloss I've ever used. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop this on. I definitely just saved this for nights out, and I will definitely not be taking this on a night out because I am the worst for losing things out my bag on a night out. And I'm just going to spray the same setting spray as last time, the Ice Diamond Makeup Revolution setting spray. I love this, and it definitely works. Like, this is another thing the Urban Decay one and the MAC one are good, they're really good, but I don't notice a difference. Like, I still think my makeup lasts really well just with this one, so I'm just gonna use this one. There we go. So that's that set, and with that moisturiser I used the application of the foundation, like if you take your time and pat it all in, and then the baking and the setting spray, like your makeup is not going to budge. There's, like, for a night out your makeup is going nowhere. So I'm probably just gonna go and watch Netflix or edit this video or maybe go on my daily walk, because what else am I going to do? Thank you so much to people who have messaged me and asked me questions, given me ideas. It helps a lot because it's quite hard to think and I never know. Like, I want to do it, but then I'm like, I don't know what people want to see, so it's good to get ideas. It's a really good help. So I hope you like this look, and if you've got this far, thank you so much for sticking with me and watching. Send me over ideas for any other videos you would like to see, and I'm more than happy to make them because I've got so much time to do so. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!